My name is Sarah Lake. I'm a registered nurse. I've been working for Alina for 3 years. I spent the majority of it at Abbott Northwestern, and now I'm at United Hospital, all of it in the emergency department.
And what made you decide to come to D.C. here with MNA?
You know, I've been a member of other unions about half and half of my working career, depending on what the opportunities. I feel very strongly that unions have such an important role in the American culture in terms of protecting workers, and so I've been a shop steward for MNA. We got through the contract dispute and did a lot of educating for myself and for other people, and I just know that it's one person talking to another person, creating relationships, sharing information, discussing, you know, so many of the mythologic, you know, assumptions that we've been told and the lies fed by the media, that it's in those relationships and those one-on-one conversations that we can actually change some of our thinking. And so that's why I'm here, to talk to other nurses, to network with, you know, anybody that crosses my path, but especially to talk to our legislators who, for whatever reason, seem so out of touch with the American public and to be so completely corralled by the Wall Street interests.
What's been your experience so far here in D.C.? What's it been like?
You know, it's so great. I mean, finding out that, you know, UCLA is subsidizing their workers through government, you know, health problems, you know, because they don't give them a living wage, you know, the same as Walmart. Finding that out is incredible, you know, and then I'm sitting there at the table with a UCLA nurse who, you know, tells me that, you know, her telemetry unit is basically an ICU, and in fact, patients routinely spend 2 to 3 days in the emergency room because there's no beds. That's phenomenal. That's UCLA, you know, and I'm in the Twin Cities, and I've been spoiled. I've been at 4 magnet hospitals and have had an incredible nursing career in terms of the opportunities that I've been presented. And you know, again, our issues are the same all over. You know, more and more, my nursing practice is being dictated by doctors and administrators and, you know, high-priced consultants that have no idea what goes on out there and certainly don't know about the homeless guy who really has one place to go anymore, and that's the ER. They get kicked out of a shelter. They can't get into every other place is a high security. There are no bus stations. There are no train stations. There are no phone booths for them to go. And so they come to me, you know, and now they're a bad person. But, you know, we need to recognize what's happening. I mean, you know, American imperialism is running out. And, you know, before England lost their, you know, edge, they created a system for healthcare, and that is what has saved that country. Other, you know, Europe, the same thing. I grew up in Canada. We have socialized medicine, and it's good medicine. You know, it's not like there's not problems, but, you know, when you have, what, 1,000 CAT scan and MRI within how many square miles in the Twin Cities? Yeah, that's not going to drive up the cost of healthcare. You know, so, I mean, when you really start to look at this and kind of look at what's going on, you know, we've got to make these legislators realize that this can't continue. You know, it's an equation that will not, you know, when you have profits going up and everyone else going down, the Main Street, Wall Street, you know, dichotomy, it is not sustainable. You know, and the people that elect them are me and, you know, that homeless person. You know, it's not Wall Street. They're a very tiny percentage of the whole. And if they just took the old-fashioned campaign like Wellstone to the people, to the street, driving around in a bus, that's who elects them. You know, and that's what this country's got to get back to. So, that's what I got to say.